another episode of Golden Nuggets Tea and Tales, Season 2, powered by Husby, served by Dela. Dela, I want to know what's the biggest lesson you've learned from a fellow agent or a colleague?
Trust no man, fear no bitch. Basically. So I'm a very open book. What you see is what you get. Being in real estate, it is a little bit of a sneaky business.
Industry.
Yeah, industry. And I just wasn't careful once. And this agent stole basically my deal. It was 60 million dirhams. It was heartbreaking.
Okay.
I really wish him bad
things.
I really wish him bad things. I really want whatever karma, because he was the one that took that little pureness out of my heart, and now I'm like super like guarded, you know, like the buyer was mine, the seller was mine. He failed in the MOU. The MOU expired. The buyer and the seller both ended up calling me and said this guy like messed up.
We want the beginning, middle, and end.
Okay. So you were
working together?
We were at a launch, and he was asking me like, what do you have? I have a client that is looking for a villa. And this guy had poached me a few times, trying to hire me, trying to work with me. We're like, okay, let's see where this goes. And me being like, he's been in the market for a little bit. He has money. Like, this is a desperate move, you know? And he was like, I was like, listen, I know we have clients mutually. Is it for these? Because I'm working on it. No, it's not. And I promise if it is, I'll give you a cut, blah, blah, blah. Like, okay, whatever. There's this villa that's not sold yet. I said, can you send me the picture? I'm like, you promise it's not for this guy? Yeah, I promise, whatever. Fast forward a month later, I go to do my facial with this owner of the villa, who is a family friend of mine. And he goes, oh my God, I'm so glad you're here. Can I run you by this MOU that this agent did for me? And I'm like, my heart immediately drops because he says the buyer name. And I'm like, just.
All right, so a bit of a PTSD moment here. Did you show this buyer? You've obviously offered it to him.
I did, but honestly, it wasn't a good choice.
So
there were better things on the market, so I didn't push for this.
But you offered it.
I've offered it, but I didn't push him. And I know this agent is pushy. I'm not a pushy agent in general. But I was just like, he bought it at the wrong price. He bought the wrong villa. It's like a 5-bedroom signature villa on the Palm that's converted into 3. Like if you know Palm, if you know this is Marina View, price of a Royal Atlantis view, just wrong. It was a wrong choice for my client. And this guy was a repeat client. And I was like, I'm not going to do it.
Right.
And this...
the seller was your family friend.
Yeah, but it was...
You do right by both parts. You trying to do right.
The buyer was not looking for that. It was just not right. Like, I genuinely don't know what this other agent told him. So, and look, partially it's me. It's my negligence. It's my responsibility. It's my career. I don't want people to write in the comments, yeah, you're an idiot, it's your fault, blah, blah, blah. Yes, I've had a billion other deals going on, and I just looked away for 30 seconds. But I would have never expected this out of someone of that caliber. Maybe when you send like a 2 million dirham 1-bed in Creek, you're like, whatever. But to ruin your name...
And you asked him, is it for this person?
To ruin
and he
your
said
name,
no.
your reputation for someone that's like, I just wouldn't expect that out of that person. I would expect a heads up, or here's like a little fee for something. Because money is not the issue for this person. So yeah, I learned that you just can't trust in this industry. And another thing that I experienced that really hurt me was that I had hired an agent because I used to have a team, and she became very dear to me, and we became really good friends. And I basically helped her. Everyone has that one person that...
Like a protege.
Yeah, like a protege that they have. And mine just really quickly spat in my face. You
created a monster.
Yeah. You know, and I just learned that people in real estate, unfortunately, not all come from great backgrounds, not all come from good families, not all come from comfortable homes, not all know how to handle money. I always say, like, knowing how to make money is one thing, and learning how to deal with having a lot of money is another thing. Like, you see all these really arrogant agents nowadays that are like rude to their clients. Like I've seen agents post stories about like, you guys need to understand if I can't answer your phone call, like I'm busy too, blah, blah, blah. Stay humble, please. Like, you know, like we all made our money from these buyers trusting us to buy properties. So I just think overall, I've just been hurt by people that I've trusted. And I just hate to be this untrustworthy person that is doubting everyone and everything and becomes really private, because you become alone, right? The more people have to dig to get to know you, the more alone you become. And it's already a tough industry.
Right.
I just, you know, but it is what it is. And I'm that tough bitch now.
So how does that translate into your day to day? What will you definitely not do now as a result of being burnt twice?
I don't think I'm not going to be friends with agents. I'm probably not going to teach them as much as I taught this person.
Right.
Of my tactics, of my way that I do things. And honestly, I'm just not going to trust agents to work with them, to send them stuff. I'm going to get everything so legally there,
Watertight,
even though it's hard to maybe sometimes go around it that way. But I'm just not going to trust anybody and think because I know someone.
Yeah. But it's such a vicious circle. And this is the thing that I hate about this industry, not just in the UAE, it's everywhere. This is a global issue of greed and trust. And if we could just be a bit more professional, like doctors wouldn't, I mean, doctors are dealing with patients, but okay, lawyers may be a bit cutthroat, but they all elevate their respective industries.
The problem is that agents only care about money. And that's why we're giving up our mental health, our well-being, our health at a cost, you know? And we're not realizing, I hope that we realize, but it's the stress and stuff. So we really are these hungry, motivated, killer, like want a better life, want this, want that kind of people. My parents are both doctors. They don't relate to what I do, you know? They're super empathetic. They're completely different. I could never, I tell my dad, you give everybody your WhatsApp number. They can call you any day if they got a boo-boo. Like, you gotta stop, you know? Like, you have to. He's like, what do you mean? Like, I worry for them. I hope, you know? It's just a little bit different people we are. And that's the price we pay, you know? We win big. We lose big. We get our heart broken. It's part of the business. You know, I'm learning what the business is like.
And the stakes are so high. Like that 60 million dirham deal, for example.
1.2 million.
It's a commission. Yeah. So again, just the
2% from the buyer.
So it's not, that's 2 million you've lost. Combine those two stories.
That was in 2 weeks, 2 consecutive weeks this happened.
So how would you feel losing 2 million in 2
Honestly,
weeks?
it's enough to drive someone crazy. But then there are agents that are losing 200 million dirham deals that are bigger, you know, like for someone 20K in the beginning is as much. It's tough, you know, so it's tough. Like check on I always say check on your real estate agent friend. Like
check in on them every now and then, see that they're doing okay, because again, you eat what you kill. It's one of the only non-salaried professions, effectively. All agents are not making, maybe starters are making a small basic salary, but majority here in the US, Australia, they just live off commission. So there could be months where no commission is earned. Have you had a few months where you didn't earn any commission?
In the beginning, of course, in the beginning.
How long did it take you to do your first deal?
I think 6 months, but then my first deal was a Palm Jumeirah villa. So it's like being in a new field. Like you go and you become, I don't know, like a lawyer or something. You have
to earn your
period,
stripes,
you know, like you literally. So that's why people start and they're like, why are we closing deals? I'm like, you don't even have a sales pitch like perfectly tuned. You're just hitting like blindly, you know. So it takes some time to have this perfect
land into it.
setup for how I'm gonna position myself, how I'm gonna talk to people. What are my what tools do I have? Some people are really good at being a buyer's agent. Some people are really good at being a seller's agent. Like what is your strong?
Who are you?
Yeah, who are you?
Let us know what you think in the comments. Thank you, Dela.
You're welcome.
Okay.